Stepping into the shadows of history. Welcome back, dear friends and fellow lovers of the supernatural. If you've ever felt a chill run down your spine at the thought of stepping into a place where time seems to stand still and the past refuses to rest, then you're in for a treat today. In this video, we'll be exploring one of the most intriguing locations steeped in history and mystery, the Irma Hotel and Restaurant in Cody, Wyoming. This charming establishment is not just a place to dine or stay. It's a living testament to the Wild West, named after none other than Buffalo Bill's beloved daughter, Irma. But beyond its rustic charm and historical significance lies a darker tale, one filled with ghostly encounters, unexplained phenomena, and whispers from the beyond. As we delve into the stories that surround the Irma Hotel, prepare yourself for an immersive journey through time. We will uncover the rich tapestry of its origins, explore the legends that have grown around its walls, and hear first-hand accounts from those brave enough to share their experiences. Whether you're a seasoned paranormal enthusiast or simply curious about the supernatural, you won't want to miss what lies ahead. So grab a warm drink, settle in, and let's embark on this haunting adventure together. The legend of Buffalo Bill and the origins of the Irma Hotel. To truly understand the eerie atmosphere surrounding the Irma Hotel, one must first explore its deep connection to its namesake, Buffalo Bill Cody. Born William Frederick Cody in 1846, he became one of the most iconic figures of the American Old West, known for his legendary exploits as a frontiersman, buffalo hunter, and showman. His theatrical productions, particularly Buffalo Bill's Wild West, captivated audiences across the United States and Europe, immortalizing him as a symbol of rugged frontier life. However, behind the spectacle and grandeur of his performances lay a man deeply devoted to family, particularly his beloved daughter, Irma. Named in her honor, the Irma Hotel was constructed in 1902 under Buffalo Bill's direct supervision, intended as both a tribute to his daughter and a luxurious lodging option for visitors to the growing town of Cody, Wyoming. At the time, Cody was a burgeoning destination for travelers eager to experience the remnants of the Wild West, and the hotel quickly became a social hub for ranchers, tourists, and even notable historical figures. Buffalo Bill spared no expense in making the Irma Hotel a showcase of Western opulence, outfitting it with fine furnishings, intricate woodwork, and a grand staircase that still stands today. The hotel also housed a restaurant that served hearty meals to weary travelers, reinforcing its reputation as a welcoming haven in the heart of the untamed frontier. However, beneath its picturesque exterior and storied past, the Irma Hotel has long been associated with strange occurrences and whispered legends of the supernatural. Visitors and staff alike have reported inexplicable events, unseen footsteps echoing through the halls, doors creaking open on their own, and the faint scent of cigar smoke wafting through rooms despite no one having smoked in decades. Some claim to have seen apparitions of Buffalo Bill himself, standing in the corner of a room or gazing out a window as if lost in thought. Others speak of a more subtle presence, a lingering warmth in certain areas of the building, or an overwhelming sense of being watched by unseen eyes. The hotel's connection to Buffalo Bill adds another layer of intrigue to these paranormal tales. Many believe that the spirit of the famed showman never truly left the place he built for his daughter, choosing instead to remain as a guardian of the legacy he helped create. There are also rumors of other spirits lingering within the hotel's walls, past guests who met untimely ends, former employees who spent their lives working at the Irma, and perhaps even members of Buffalo Bill's extended family who once called the hotel home. While skeptics attribute these experiences to natural causes, drafts shifting old wooden floors, aging infrastructure creaking under pressure, and the power of suggestion playing tricks on the mind, the sheer volume of first-hand accounts makes it difficult to dismiss the possibility that something more than mere coincidence is at play. Whether the Irma Hotel is truly haunted or simply steeped in the collective imagination of those who visit, one thing remains certain: stepping inside feels like taking a journey through time, where the past refuses to fade and the echoes of history whisper through every corridor. The historical significance of the Irma Hotel in Cody, Wyoming, beyond its association with Buffalo Bill and its rumored paranormal activity. The Irma Hotel holds a significant place in the history of Cody, Wyoming, serving as a cornerstone of the town's development and cultural identity. Established in 1902, The hotel was not merely a place for travelers to rest. It symbolized the aspirations of a growing community eager to carve its niche in the American West. As one of the first grand establishments in Cody, the Irma Hotel played a crucial role in attracting settlers, tourists, and investors to the area, thus fostering economic growth and enhancing the town's reputation as a vibrant hub of Western culture. The hotel's prime location near the Yellowstone Railway made it easily accessible to visitors arriving from distant cities, allowing it to become a popular stop for those eager to experience the allure of the Wild West. Its elegant design and luxurious amenities stood in stark contrast to the rough-and-tumble image often associated with frontier towns, drawing in affluent travelers who sought comfort amid the rugged landscape. The hotel hosted numerous prominent figures of the time, including politicians, celebrities, and fellow frontiersmen, all of whom contributed to the burgeoning narrative of the American West that Cody came to represent. Moreover, the Irma Hotel served as a gathering place for local residents, offering a venue for social events, political discussions, and community celebrations. It was here that stories were exchanged, friendships forged, and the spirit of the town nurtured. The hotel's restaurant became a culinary landmark, renowned for its hearty meals that showcase regional cuisine, further solidifying its status as a vital part of Cody's social fabric. This historical backdrop adds depth to the hotel's haunted reputation, intertwining the threads of personal tragedy, community memory, and the weight of history. Each guest who passed through its doors brought with them their own stories, dreams, and fears, contributing to the rich tapestry of experiences that now echo through its halls. As we explore the ghostly encounters tied to the Irma Hotel, it is essential to remember that each occurrence is not just a simple tale but a reflection of the lives lived within its walls, an enduring legacy that continues to resonate with visitors today. Hotel Red Paper Lantern: The Haunted Reputation of the Irma Hotel. A tapestry of ghost stories. As one steps into the Irma Hotel, the air thickens with an energy that seems to pulse with the weight of countless stories. Guests and staff alike have reported a myriad of ghostly encounters that contribute to the hotel's haunting reputation, creating a tapestry of chilling narratives that continue to captivate the imagination. Among the most frequently shared tales is that of the Lady in White, a spectral figure said to wander the second-floor hallway. Witnesses describe her as ethereal, draped in flowing white garments, her face obscured by a veil. She is often seen late at night, gliding silently along the corridor before vanishing into thin air. Some speculate that she is the spirit of a woman who once resided at the hotel during the early 20th century, heartbroken by a love lost too soon. Those who have encountered her report feeling an overwhelming sense of sadness, as if they are momentarily sharing in her sorrow. Another popular story revolves around the ghost of a young boy, believed to be the son of a former employee who worked at the hotel in the 1930s. Guests have recounted hearing laughter echoing through the empty hallways, only to look around and find no one there. On occasion, children staying at the hotel have claimed to see a friendly little boy playing in the corners of their rooms, giggling as he runs away when approached. Staff members have even reported finding toys neatly arranged in unexpected places, hinting at the playful presence of this youthful spirit. While some may dismiss these accounts as mere figments of overactive imaginations, the consistency of such reports adds an eerie credibility to the legend of the boy who never left the Irma Hotel. In addition to these benign apparitions, there are tales of more unsettling experiences that have left guests shaken. One particularly harrowing account involves the sound of heavy footsteps pacing back and forth in the attic, despite the area being closed off and rarely accessed. Guests staying in the rooms below have described the sensation of being watched, accompanied by an icy draft that sends shivers down their spines. Some have even reported waking up to find the door to their room slightly ajar, though they are certain they locked it before retiring for the night. These experiences evoke a palpable sense of dread, leaving many to wonder whether the spirits residing in the hotel harbor intentions far more sinister than mere mischief. The cumulative effect of these ghost stories contributes significantly to the Irma Hotel's haunted reputation, transforming it from a mere historic site into a veritable hotbed of paranormal activity. Each tale interweaves with the next, creating a rich narrative that draws in both believers and skeptics alike. The hotel's unique blend of history, architecture. The Poltergeist Room, Room 217 and its mysterious activity among the many rooms in the Irma Hotel that have garnered attention for their unusual occurrences. None are as infamous as Room 217. Known among staff and guests alike as the poltergeist room, this particular suite has become synonymous with supernatural disturbances that range from minor annoyances to outright terrifying experiences. Located on the second floor, Room 217 boasts a quiet elegance, yet its tranquility is often shattered by inexplicable events that leave even the bravest visitors unsettled. One of the most commonly reported phenomena in Room 217 is the sudden slamming of doors without any apparent cause. Guests have recounted moments when they would glance at the door, only to see it slammed shut with a forceful bang, startling them and sending a jolt of fear coursing through their bodies. Some have even tried to prop the door open, only to find it mysteriously closed again upon returning to the room after a brief absence. This unsettling behavior has led many to believe that the room is haunted by mischievous spirits who take pleasure in playing tricks on unsuspecting occupants. In addition to the slamming doors, visitors have reported objects moving on their own. Small items such as books, pens, and even decorative trinkets have been found displaced from their original positions, sometimes appearing in entirely different parts of the room. One guest famously returned to her room after dinner to discover her suitcase had been opened and clothes scattered across the bed. Despite the lack of signs of forced entry or disturbance, she felt an overwhelming sense of being watched, as if an unseen presence was lurking just out of sight. Perhaps the most chilling aspect of Room 217 is the eerie sensation of being observed. Many guests have described a creeping feeling that they are not alone in the room, despite knowing logically that they are. Some have reported turning around abruptly, expecting to see someone standing behind them, only to find nothing but empty space. Others have felt cold breezes wafting through the room, despite the windows being firmly shut, further fueling the belief that something otherworldly is present. These accounts contribute to the overall aura of mystery surrounding Room 217, making it a focal point for those intrigued by the paranormal. The combination of inexplicable door slams, moving objects, and the sensation of being watched creates an atmosphere that is both thrilling and unnerving. As the stories continue to circulate, Room 217 remains a highlight of the Irma Hotel's haunted lore, drawing in curious guests eager to test their courage against the unknown forces that reside within its walls. Candle Ghost, the phantom presence of Buffalo Bill. Reports of the showman's spirit among the many ghostly presences said to haunt the Irma Hotel. None loom larger than the spirit of Buffalo Bill himself. Given his deep connection to the establishment, having commissioned it as a gift for his daughter and overseeing its construction, it comes as no surprise that many believe his essence lingers within its walls. Over the years, guests and staff have reported sightings of a tall, broad-shouldered figure dressed in old-fashioned attire, resembling the legendary frontiersman. Some claim to have seen him standing silently in the corners of the lobby or gazing out the windows as if lost in thought, while others insist they have heard the soft murmur of his voice echoing through the corridors. One of the most frequently cited areas where Buffalo Bill's presence is felt is the grand staircase. Employees have reported feeling an inexplicable warmth in the air as they ascend the steps, followed by a sudden drop in temperature at the top landing, as if passing through an invisible threshold between worlds. Some have even claimed to witness the flicker of candlelight reflecting off the polished wood, only to turn and find no source of illumination. The sensation of being gently nudged from behind when walking alone on the stairs has also been attributed to the spirit of Buffalo Bill, leading many to believe that he watches over the hotel much like he did in life. Beyond visual and physical sensations, there are also recurring auditory experiences linked to the showman's ghost. Guests staying in rooms near the main hall have reported hearing the muffled sounds of boots tapping softly against the wooden floor, even when no one else should be awake at such late hours. Others have described the unmistakable scent of cigar smoke wafting through the air, despite the hotel maintaining a strict no-smoking policy. Given Buffalo Bill's well-known fondness for cigars, this lingering aroma is often interpreted as a sign that his spirit remains close, drifting through the halls where he once walked in the flesh. Whether these experiences stem from the collective belief in Buffalo Bill's lingering presence or something more tangible, one thing remains clear: his legacy extends far beyond the pages of history books. For many who visit the Irma Hotel, encountering the phantom figure of the great showman is not just a paranormal event, it is a moment of connection with the past, a brush with the enduring spirit of the Wild West. The Lady in White. The tragic tale behind the apparition of all the spectral figures that supposedly roam the Irma Hotel, none are as consistently reported as the enigmatic Lady in White. Described as a pale, sorrowful woman clad in flowing white garments, she is most frequently seen wandering the second-floor hallway, her veiled face turned downward as if lost in grief. Some witnesses claim to have glimpsed her reflection in the antique mirrors lining the corridor, only to turn and find no one there. Others have reported feeling an oppressive wave of sadness wash over them upon encountering her, as if they were momentarily sharing in her anguish. Local legends trace the origins of the Lady in White to a tragic love story from the early 20th century. According to the tale, she was once a young bride eagerly awaiting her wedding day, scheduled to take place in the ballroom of the Irma Hotel. However, just days before the ceremony, her fiancé vanished under mysterious circumstances. Some versions of the story claim he fled town in the dead of night, unwilling to commit, while others suggest foul play, either betrayal by a rival suitor or a tragic accident that claimed his life. Consumed by despair and unable to move forward, the heartbroken bride reportedly took her own life in one of the hotel rooms, unable to bear the weight of her loss. Since that time, her spirit is said to have remained trapped within the hotel, endlessly searching for the love she never found. Some believe she appears only to those who are grappling with their own heartbreak, offering silent companionship to those struggling with love's cruelest betrayals. Others suspect she is searching for the one who wronged her, hoping to finally confront the truth of her fate. Regardless of the interpretation, the Lady in White has become one of the most enduring ghosts of the Irma Hotel, her presence a reminder of the powerful emotions that can bind a soul to the earthly plane. The playful spirit of young Johnny, the mischievous child's haunting among the many spirits said to inhabit the Irma Hotel. One of the most frequently mentioned is that of a mischievous child known as young Johnny. Unlike the more solemn specters who seem burdened by past tragedies, Johnny's presence is marked by playful antics and innocent curiosity, making him one of the more light-hearted, if still unsettling, figures associated with the hotel's haunted reputation. His legend dates back to the early 20th century, when the hotel was still in its infancy and employed a number of families who lived on the premises. One such family included a young boy named Johnny, whose father worked as a maintenance worker and whose mother assisted in the kitchen. According to local lore, Johnny was a cheerful and energetic child, often running through the hotel's halls, playing hide-and-seek with guests, and helping where he could. He was especially fond of the hotel's grand staircase and loved to chase after stray cats that roamed the property. Tragedy struck when Johnny fell ill with an illness that swept through the region at the time, leaving doctors baffled and unable to provide effective treatment. Within a matter of weeks, he succumbed to his sickness, leaving his grieving parents heartbroken. Some say he was buried in a small, unmarked grave on the outskirts of Cody, while others believe he was taken away quietly by relatives who wished to spare the town from further sorrow. Despite his passing, Johnny's spirit never truly left the Irma Hotel. Guests and staff have reported seeing a small boy darting through the hallways, giggling as he runs past closed doors and disappearing around corners. Children who stay at the hotel often claim to see him peeking from behind furniture or beckoning them to follow him into empty rooms. More than once, housekeeping staff have entered a vacant chamber to find toys meticulously arranged in neat rows, despite no children having stayed there recently. Some even swear that Johnny has a habit of hiding keys, remote controls, and other small objects, as if engaging in a game of hide-and-seek with the living. Though his presence is generally considered harmless, there are instances where his antics have startled even the most skeptical individuals. Employees working late at night have reported hearing the pitter-patter of small feet running down the hallway, only to find no one when they investigate. Others have experienced the uncanny sensation of something tugging at their coat tails or brushing against their legs, as if a child were trying to get their attention. Whether Johnny's spirit remains because he is simply drawn to the lively atmosphere of the hotel or because he longs for the companionship he lost in death remains unknown, but his presence continues to be a beloved, if slightly eerie, part of the Irma Hotel's haunted legacy. the unseen watcher. An ominous presence in the attic. While many of the Irma Hotel's reported hauntings are characterized by playful antics or melancholic apparitions, the presence lurking in the attic takes on a far more unsettling tone. Descriptions of this entity differ from the familiar ghosts of Buffalo Bill, the Lady in White, or young Johnny, instead painting a picture of something older, something watching. Unlike the more benevolent or nostalgic spirits that seem bound to specific rooms or corridors, this presence appears to exist beyond the reach of time, its nature elusive yet undeniably real. Staff members tasked with retrieving forgotten items from the attic have spoken in hushed tones of the unnatural silence that settles in the moment they step inside. What should be a dusty, creaking storage space devoid of life instead feels oppressively still, as if the very air refuses to move. Doors slam shut without warning, and lights flicker erratically, casting long shadows that seem to stretch and twist in ways that defy logic. Some workers refuse to enter alone, insisting that they feel constantly observed, as though unseen eyes track their every movement. One of the most chilling accounts comes from a former maintenance worker who was sent to retrieve an old ledger stored among the attic's forgotten relics. Upon entering, he immediately felt an overwhelming sense of dread, as if he were intruding on something sacred or forbidden. Attempting to shake off the unease, he scanned the dimly lit space, searching for the book. Just as he spotted it resting atop a wooden crate, a sudden gust of wind howled through the rafters, extinguishing his flashlight and plunging the attic into darkness. When he managed to reignite the light, he found himself staring at the ledger, but it was no longer on the crate. Instead, it sat perfectly centered on a nearby table, untouched by dust, as if placed there deliberately. Others have reported hearing faint whispers emanating from the corners of the attic, voices speaking in languages they cannot recognize. Some claim to have seen fleeting figures lurking just beyond the range of their vision, only for the shapes to vanish the moment they turn to look directly at them. The strongest theory regarding this presence is that it predates the hotel itself, that before the land was settled, before the foundations were laid, something already existed here, something that never truly left. Whether it is the restless spirit of a forgotten soul, the remnants of ancient energies tied to the land, or something far more incomprehensible, the attic of the Irma Hotel remains one of its most unnerving mysteries. The restaurant's eerie atmosphere, dining with the dead beyond the hotel's guest rooms and shadowy corridors, the Irma restaurant carries its own share of paranormal activity, adding yet another layer to the establishment's haunted reputation. As one of the oldest continuously operating restaurants in Wyoming, it has welcomed generations of patrons seeking hearty Western fare beneath its ornate ceilings and vintage decor. Yet, for many diners, the experience goes beyond mere nostalgia. Some leave feeling as though they have shared their meal with unseen guests. One of the most commonly reported phenomena in the dining area is the sudden appearance of cold spots, localized patches of frigid air that seem to materialize out of nowhere. Patrons seated near certain tables have described an abrupt drop in temperature, sometimes so intense that breath becomes visible despite the warmth of the room. Waitstaff have noted that these cold zones often appear near the same few tables, particularly in the southeastern corner of the dining hall, where a single chair at an otherwise empty booth has been repeatedly found overturned or moved from its usual position. Some believe this is the work of a departed soul longing for company, forever waiting for a companion who never arrives. Another frequent occurrence is the inexplicable movement of silverware and glasses. Servers have reported setting plates and utensils precisely in place, only to return moments later and find them slightly askew, as if disturbed by an unseen hand. Diners have claimed to witness forks lifting slightly from their plates before clattering back down, or wine glasses swaying gently despite the complete absence of drafts. Some guests have even reported hearing faint clinking sounds, reminiscent of cutlery being used, only to look around and find no one eating nearby. Perhaps the most unsettling aspect of the restaurant's haunted reputation is the sensation of being watched. Patrons seated in quieter corners of the dining hall have described an inexplicable feeling of being observed, as if someone is standing just behind them, peering over their shoulder. When they turn to look, they find only empty space, but the feeling persists. Some have even sworn they saw the faint outline of a figure reflected in the glass of a nearby mirror, only for it to disappear the moment they focused on it, While some attribute these experiences to the natural quirks of an old building, shifting temperatures, settling wood, and the power of suggestion, the sheer frequency of these reports suggests something more than mere coincidence. Whether it is the residual energy of past diners, the lingering presence of Buffalo Bill himself, or something altogether more mysterious, one thing remains certain. Dining at the Irma restaurant is more than just a meal, it is an encounter with the past, where history and the supernatural intertwine in the flickering candlelight. The role of belief and expectation in shaping paranormal experiences. While the Irma Hotel's reputation as a haunted destination draws in countless visitors eager for a brush with the supernatural, it is important to consider the psychological factors that shape these experiences. The human mind is naturally wired to seek patterns, interpret ambiguous stimuli, and assign meaning to unfamiliar situations, and when combined with pre-existing beliefs, these cognitive tendencies can profoundly influence how people perceive their surroundings. In the case of the Irma Hotel, where centuries of storytelling have woven a rich tapestry of ghostly legends, expectation plays a crucial role in shaping the way guests interpret what they encounter. Psychologists studying paranormal experiences have long noted the impact of suggestion on perception. When individuals enter a space with a strong haunted reputation, they bring with them a set of expectations shaped by folklore, media portrayals, and word-of-mouth accounts. These expectations prime the brain to interpret ambiguous stimuli, such as creaking floorboards, flickering lights, or sudden temperature shifts, as evidence of paranormal activity. In the absence of a ready explanation, the mind fills in the gaps with the most compelling narrative available, often aligning with the dominant myths surrounding the location. This phenomenon helps explain why similar reports arise across different visitors, reinforcing the idea that the hotel is indeed haunted. Additionally, confirmation bias plays a significant role in how people process their experiences at allegedly haunted sites. Once a person believes in the possibility of the supernatural, they are more likely to notice and remember events that support their belief while dismissing or rationalizing contradictory information. A guest who hears an unexplained noise might immediately associate it with the ghost of Buffalo Bill rather than considering more mundane explanations such as wind or structural settling. Similarly, an individual who feels an inexplicable chill may attribute it to a ghostly presence rather than acknowledging that older buildings often have inconsistent heating systems. Despite these cognitive influences, the emotional intensity of these experiences remains undeniable. Whether the hauntings of the Irma Hotel stem from genuine paranormal activity or the powerful interplay of psychology and environment, the impact on those who visit is real. The hotel's rich history, combined with the weight of its legends, ensures that every creak, whisper, and cold spot is imbued with an air of mystery, making it a place where the line between reality and the supernatural blurs, leaving an indelible impression on all who dare to spend a night within its walls. The enduring legacy of the Irma Hotel's haunted past. As we wrap up our exploration of the Irma Hotel, it becomes abundantly clear that its haunted legacy is not merely a collection of spooky tales but a rich tapestry woven from history, emotion, and the human experience. From the playful antics of young Johnny to the sorrowful presence of the Lady in White, each story adds a unique thread to the fabric of the hotel's identity, inviting guests to engage with the past in profound ways. The hotel stands as a sentinel of time, where the echoes of laughter, heartbreak, and mystery resonate through its halls, drawing in those who seek to connect with something greater than themselves. What sets the Irma Hotel apart is not just its array of reported paranormal activities but the way it encapsulates the complexities of human emotion, love, loss, joy, and fear, all intertwined within its walls. The allure of the unknown beckons visitors to delve deeper, encouraging them to reflect on their own experiences and feelings, thereby bridging the gap between the living and the departed. Whether one is a believer in the supernatural or a skeptic drawn by curiosity, the hotel offers a unique opportunity to immerse oneself in a narrative that transcends time. Ultimately, the Irma Hotel serves as a reminder that the past is never truly gone. It lingers, shaping our perceptions and experiences. As we leave this enchanting yet eerie establishment, we carry with us the stories and spirits that inhabit it, allowing them to linger in our minds and hearts long after we depart. The haunted legacy of the Irma Hotel is not just a series of ghost stories. It is a testament to the enduring power of memory, the fascination with the unknown, and the timeless connection between history and the present.